Anthony versus State, the trial of Casey Anthony. Facts of case and charges. Charges: arrested for child neglect, and the grand jury indicted her on capital murder and other charges. Prosecutors wanted to seek the death penalty. The police and cadaver dogs searched Casey's car and picked up scent of human remains. The air sample confirms the same. Human remains found in woods near Anthony's house confirmed to be the daughter Kaylee Anthony. Forensic expert agrees that odor in car is decomposing human remains. The autopsy was not able to prove the real cause of Kaylee's death, and 400 pieces of evidence submitted by both sides. The prosecution. The judge, Judge Belvin Perry Jr., the original judge assigned to the case, Stan Strickland, recused himself and was replaced. The lead prosecutor in the case was Assistant State Attorney Linda Drain. Verdict. Assistant State Attorneys Frank George and Jeff Ashton completed the prosecution team. The witnesses were the professional forensics expert Arpad Voss. Prosecution tried to paint her as a wild party girl. They based the case on forensic evidence proving daughter's remains were in trunk of the car even though there's no confession or witness to murder. The prosecution claims Kaylee had pieces of duct tape over Kaylee's mouth and nose. The lead counsel in the defense was Jose Baez, a Florida criminal defense attorney. Attorneys J. Cheney Mason, Dorothy Clay Sims, and Ann Fennell served as co-counsel. During the trial, attorney Mark Lipman represented George and Cindy Anthony, Casey's parents. Witnesses were Cindy and George Anthony, Casey's parents. Casey stands by story that the babysitter, Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez, kidnapped Kaylee, yet the babysitter hasn't been found. Defense attorney presented story of toddler drowning in family pool and that the grandfather covered it up. The defense also claimed that Casey Anthony blocked out daughter's death due to her disturbed childhood trauma. The grandfather denied the cover-up as defense called him as the last witness, yet admitting that he attempted suicide by overdose 6 weeks after the death. Defense asked for mistrial and a mental evaluation for Casey Anthony, yet the judge ruled that she was competent and to continue. The mother, Cindy Anthony, testified that she was the one who did internet searches on chloroform, not Casey, as prosecutors presume, while she was searching about chlorophyll. The jury and ruling. The jury deliberated for 10 hours and 40 minutes and 2 days. The panel was made up of 7 women and 5 men. The ruling was a verdict of not guilty of the following counts of first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, and aggravated manslaughter of a child. Anthony is found guilty of 4 misdemeanor counts of providing false information to law enforcement and to pay $1,000 each misdemeanor, and to serve time consecutively with credit for time served. She was released from jail very soon after, and Judge Perry ruled that Anthony owes authorities nearly $98,000 for the cost of investigating Kaylee's disappearance. Days later, he orders her to pay an additional $119,822.25 to the police, and bringing the total to more than $217,000. The trial length of the time of the whole case was from June 18, 2008, of the last time the daughter Kaylee was seen alive, to January 25, 2013, of 4 years, 7 months, and 1 week. The trial timeline was from October 14, 2008, when she was indicted of capital murder and other charges by prosecutors, to July 7, 2011, when Casey was sentenced to her 4 years in prison, even though she was released 10 days later. That was 2 years, 8 months, 3 weeks, and 4 days. The appeals and the outcome. I personally believe that Anthony did kill or had something to do with her daughter's death based on the forensic evidence of the remains in her car. If both teams fail to find the babysitter, then the story isn't that plausible that she took her and it wasn't Casey's doing. And I don't believe that she could have been ruled as not guilty, but she at least got time from her punishment and had to pay those huge fines. Where are they now? Casey has gone back to her old life and has put her past behind her, a source says. She believes she has done her penance and now she's partying. She's dating around, meeting new people, and finally creating a social life. And these are my works cited.